Great. Hi, everyone. So firstly, I just want to do, well, I'll say exciting time for you all. I wish I was back in, choosing where I want to go. I understand how exciting it is, like learning about all the places you can choose. I just wanted to give a brief overview of why I picked Anschutz and my background. I'm a postdoctoral fellow currently in the Department of Psychiatry here at CEO Anschutz. I did my PhD in clinical neuroscience back in the UK. I then did a year, well, just less than a year of a postdoc at University of Illinois at Chicago, and I knew very quickly it was not a good fit. It wasn't the research program that I really wanted to do, and I was stuck in a lab, not really interacting with the university or interacting with anything else that was going on, and I didn't see myself developing career-wise as well as a researcher. So I hopped out of there very quickly, and I got a job as an editor. So I worked in Nature Portfolio. I worked across Nature Reviews Neurology and Nature Reviews Endocrinology over my time there. I did 5 years, got to level of senior editor working in Berlin, and I loved that job. It was a lot of fun while I was doing it. When COVID began, it changed the job very drastically from a traveling, interesting job where I was finding out about all the latest research, writing about it, commissioning people to write reviews, to a just stuck at the desk job, which I didn't enjoy very much. And the next step was going to be chief editor roles, which I also didn't want to do. I always wanted to do clinical research, working with clinical samples, working with people from that aspect as a PI. And I used to come to CU Anschutz when I would do conferences in Keystone. So I would travel to Colorado once a year thereabouts. And whenever I came, I would always try and do lab visits so I could learn about the latest techniques, meet researchers. And Anschutz was right on the doorstep of traveling up into the mountains to get into Keystone. And so I developed some relationships with some PIs here and visited the campus. The first time I came, I just fell in love with the environment. It was beautiful, and it's a really feel good environment, unlike some institutions which are very old. Not it's a really nice campus and environment to be on. It's inspiring to be around, and also, spending time in the research labs here and learning about what other groups were doing and how interconnected it was as a campus. So when I decided to step away from editing, it was an easy decision for me to contact people who were already working on the campus here. So for me, the five, I guess the top reasons were the research program. That was really why Anschutz was on the top of my list of where to come. The research program here was excellent that I'm involved in psychiatry. My research is interested in the blood-brain barrier, and I'm very interested in therapeutics that can potentially help increase the health of the blood-brain barrier over the lifespan. Also, another huge part for me was development, and that's not just research development. That's career development and all-round, personal as well as other aspects of the career. Coming from a company, a big publisher, and then moving back into academia, I'd seen the differences between what it's like to work in an industry in a publishing industry setting, and then moving out of academia, and it was vastly different. They spent a lot of time scrubbing all of the stuff that I'd learned as a postdoc PhD student and training me to be a representative for the country, a representative for myself, a representative for nature when I traveled to conferences. And so I was on leadership programs all the time. I was being put into opportunities to develop my career as well. They saw that I was going to move on from editing into more managerial positions. So that was a big part of me, to find a university and institution that really invested in the career development of postdocs, because it's being a PI is not just research. You're going to have a team. You're going to be managing you. So that was a huge part for me, and I saw that there was a really excellent program here run by the career development office and the postdoctoral office. And then the next part was postdoctoral community. So I'd seen on LinkedIn that there was the Postdoctoral Association. I'd found the website, and was very interconnected with postdocs. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just alone in a lab, that I could share experiences with other postdocs, meet with other postdocs. As an international postdoc moving out here, I wanted to make sure that there were opportunities for me to do things with people outside of work to relax and to enjoy life. So that was another major aspect, which CU Anschutz had that. And I'm currently going through the process of K99 application and putting all that together, which requires help from lots of faculty, different departments. And it has been unbelievably easy here. When Bruce speaks about collaborative research, it truly is. Every single PI that I've reached out to has been completely on board with joining as my advisory team. I haven't had anybody say I don't have time. So I've been able to get, as a K99 research development side, access to the various research cores that there are here, and there are tons of them. And I mean, you know, like I say, I built an amazing advisory team to help me build the career that I want and the direction that I want to go in. So it's enabled me to move departments. I was in, when I first came out here, in another department, and I'm now in psychiatry, and I'm putting my application in for K99 there. So the collaborative aspect has been fantastic. And then just the last thing, the research credits for doing courses has also been an amazing addition, because for my K99, I have these free credits, which I don't need to put into the grant application. So I have more money available to do the research. So it's been an excellent space for me. So that's why I chose it here, was those main reasons. Yeah.